just need to grab...
At this spot.
Last time
sitting.
Pathfinder
GM screen.
There's no GM screen, only Zool.
Well, I'm the GM, so therefore I say nah. There's my GM screen and no Zool. Because he is now null. And a fool.
And a tool.
Maybe. I don't know Zool. He could be cool.
Or he could be a real mule.
Mm-hmm. But he's not going to be Mjolnir.
Are we done with the rhyming here?
No. It's a never-ending game, Sarah. Never-ending.
But you broke
All right.
it with not ending in an ear.
Hmm?
You broke it already with not ending in ear.
Yeah, well, you also broke it, with words that by breaking from words that ended "ool."
I'm the GM. Rules don't. I'm the GM. Rules don't apply to me.
I switched to BB as opposed to AA.
Oh.
There,
English humor.
it's snowing in Mount Fuji.
What is it? Not snowing at Mount Fuji?
No, it's part of the haiku thing.
No.
575. Anyways, all right. Okay. So last I left you, you took care of the ambush. Found out that it was some kind of. It was only 3 people. Interrogated all 3 of them. One faffed off with some gold, telling you practically everything, because he was a greedy bastard. One faffed off and slightly intimidated, maybe rethinking his life. And another is confused, poor, and even more confused.
With a piece of gold.
With a piece of gold.
When the boy became a confused boy.
Means now we get to rest up and then double time after a caravan.
Now I have to figure what the hell spells to use. God damn it.
Nature of the beast.
I miss
Oh, at least
This is Pathfinder.
at least I have Zone of Truth this time.
Hey, you still have to prepare spells in 5th too.
Yeah, but I can use them.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Without having to prepare them multiple times.
Yeah.
And that's why I only play spontaneous.
Oh, I forgot it was a problem. But seriously, I have no idea what of my zeros to prepare. Other than stabilize.
Man, my initiative is great. 5 is the best.
I can make someone
Well,
sleepy, I can make them bleed.
Well, you're not fighting anyone, so you're good on that.
In theory, we're not fighting anyone today.
Light.
In theory.
Let's see, I cause a light spell.
Let's see. Let's see. We already sent Connor to go and involve the
That's the bird.
the guards and the brands.
Yeah, it's a bird
You
is
sent
civilized.
you sent his bird. He sent his bird. He's still with you.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
we sent his bird to get the guild motivated.
Fuck it, I'll do spark too.
Okay.
Well, inform them of exactly what the situation is, because hypothetically, you're the first ones to figure out the whole
Yeah. It's like, give them
kababble.
the update. It's like give them the update, give them the location so that they can coordinate people accordingly.
And you sent that at night. By morning, they will receive a response. So you all Awaken. Oh, excuse me.
I have in my notes here caves in the Western Mountains.
There was one in basically every direction.
Yeah. I seem to remember that we had, decided where we wanted to,
We were meeting up with a caravan that was heading to the southwest. Because it was a Firebrand caravan, and from there we could team up with them and possibly go after whatever was closest to us in that direction.
Okay.
To reiterate, I'm gonna move you. Well, actually, I'm gonna do a quick thing here because I never did finish that. Yeah. Just gonna do a quick little edit thing. Okay, save. Let's see. Save.
Create a wrestling distraction to hide.
Please bear with technical difficulties.
That map, that sign is now preserved on Twitch for posterity.
Good.
Sometimes useful.
But it's my level 2 for one today.
That's a level 2.
That's a level 1, actually.
I was about to say level 1 makes sense. Level 2 seemed a bit extreme.
Sorry. That's level 1.
If it was level 2, I'd say, does it give you mental control over the animal, too?
Well, I mean, if it was like a, for hours duration or like all day or something, I might believe it was level 2.
Pass without a trace. Obscuring mist. Ah, target instinctively knows the shortest, easiest, and fastest way through the wilderness.
That could be useful.
Mm-hmm. Most
Especially considering
can.
we're trying to track somebody down.
Oh, there was a tracking spell, hold on.
Oh, we do have trackers.
Well, yeah, but there's one that makes it. Track. I think I could get it. I have to find the exact target before I can tell it. It's more like Hunter's Mark.
I see Sierra can channel the spirit of the poodle and track people.
I need to channel no spirits.
How do you make a target really, really itchy?
I still think
I've seen that spell used to great effect before.
I still think she should.
If nothing else, it fucks with concentration on spellcasters or can.
Well, I usually have it as one of my I have it as one of mine.
I still think you should summon the dolphin.
I have tear gas and itching powder smoke pellets for that.
I can do flare burst, but that could also hurt us.
Solidify!
Because I don't think it's friendly.
Hmm?
It's more like.
Oh god! Is it a friendly flare? Oh god, it's not friendly!
God damn it, Krillin!
Oh, I didn't do it!
I can also do entangle, which gets everyone within a 40-foot radius of where I am.
You see, that's a nice one.
It goes
It's
you.
us.
The pecking order is thus. It
Yeah,
goes
that's
you,
Well, no, it's not
That-
friendly, but you either aim it where we're not standing, or you have faith that we can make our dex save.
Here we go. Here's Veneno, at least for a little bit. That way you can mark up stuff. Okay. You guys are about here-ish? So the marks were here for supposedly the base of where your bounty was, Drider. This is the swashbuckler. Actually, I had found all my stuff, I think.
I get someone sturdy.
Yeah, scurvy.
Ah, here it is. Damien Drider was your target. He's here, supposedly. The swashbuckler Farson is over in blue. Oh no, that's a horrible decision. Here. And Elena, one of the kind of people, is here.
Okay. So the
And
idea
according to Connor, Firebrands were heading this way.
Okay, so yeah, they're going to the. So we can warn them about that guy down there since they're going that direction, and then we can go after ours.
So, but the question is, what spell do I prepare?
What do you want to prepare?
In which case, when the bird gets back, we can just send it down to meet up with the caravan and warn them that the guy they're looking, that's a bounty down there they can pick up. And then we can head after our guy in the west.
Alright, actually, by the time you all wake up, and except Lynn, because I assume he keeps on doing that thing.
Yeah, I keep doing that thing as long as I have a level 1 spell slot left.
I thought it was like spells. I thought you were like. Didn't you burn something for that or something? Or
I
whatever?
have to burn a level 1 spell to do it.
Okay.
But I lost the effect when we got attacked because I did something.
Okay.
So I had to cast it again. Because as soon as I do anything physically strenuous, the effect goes away.
Alright.
Until the 8-hour duration has passed, and then I'm considered well rested.
Okay.
So if anything interrupts it.
By the time the rest of you wake up, though, Len would have seen this. The Falcon does come back to Connor, and he does receive a message. He relays it to you all, saying that Zalasha has been busy for the past few hours because she received it probably. You all fell asleep around like maybe 10 at night, or made the decision to fall asleep around 10 at night. So she's had a few hours to work with that, and it's now about probably 7 for everybody else, yeah?
Sounds like a fair guess, yeah.
So they've had a few hours to work alongside the guard as well, and they're going to be doing their thing. Did you indicate which one you were going to go after? Or any specific details?
Yeah, we would have detailed that we were going after the one that we took the bounty for, which is, the one with the red arrow there. And,
Yep.
That's where we'll be heading.
Alright.
Reinforcements, based on what we were told, reinforcements would be appreciated, but if they can't swing any, that will make do.
The letter says that all parties that have taken on this job or have been sent messengers and message to inform them of the situation at hand. So the caravan group is technically taken care of at this point.
Awesome.
They'll be doing whatever they do. They do mention that you will be getting some kind of reinforcement.
All right.
They'll meet you halfway-ish. Hopefully.
Okay. So I guess we can pack everything up and we can do a quick march.
I can use my nature's path.
That'll work.
You're in 8 hours.
I'm trusting you, Google Maps.
As well as Kyome being able to do her march spell. She can do
She had
that.
something for that, yeah.
Yeah, she did.
19! Alright! 19 plus spellcraft, right? Remember for the
Yep.
concentration?
Yeah.
Either spellcraft or caster.
So 19 plus 7 is...
More than you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
So, Google, we know where we're going.
We did not use MapQuest.
No, fuck map. Or Apple Maps.
Apple Maps. Apple Maps, clear.
We are on a mission from God.
I'm sorry, what god?
I don't know.
Well, no. Remember?
Pick a god.
Believe in all
In the
gods.
word, in the words of a really badass comment, pick a god and pray.
Gods.
We need to pick episode over.
Like me, Len believes in Baelora, the goddess of wandering.
Baelor.
Exactly appropriate.
Um,
Also the only goddess who goes, no, I'm not a goddess, fuck you.
Wait, Baelora? What?
Yeah, Baelora.
Who's Bae? Is she Pathfinder?
I found her on the Pathfinder site.
Well, that's an
Beloar? A?
I'm just spelling my sheet real fast. Veiloaria. Veiloria?
Beloreai?
1 second, I'll link it to you.
Yeah, because I'm confused. I'm like, what? Who's that?
Ah, I think that's the confusion. I think she might be... Yeah, she's third party. Okay, that's why.
Yeah. There's your answer. I still would like to see what hers
I
is.
feel like
I'm posting it. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be a waste
Yeah.
of spell for Lynn. Forest friend. Plants in forested area become helpful instead of hindering you and become your allies.
Oh, Veloria.
Yeah.
Not but I heard Baloria.
No, Veiloria.
It still sounds like you're saying Baloria. Sorry.
She
Hmm.
doesn't even have temples. They just have inns.
So does that?
It's great. It's like they're inns where you can stay for free as long as you have a good adventuring story to tell. It's like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah, there it is. Poor Feria. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. I can find another one if you prefer. It's, I didn't realize she was third party when I clicked her.
Yeah, if I may make a suggestion, similar enough, Desna.
Desna?
Yep, Desna.
Pathfinder Wiki, Desna, gotcha.
She's basically the stars, Scott, traveling. Has a really nice festival that involves monarch butterflies. Anyways, so informed you of that, and you'll be heading out. I think they said they would have given you some kind of landmark to meet you by. You'll probably reach there first since you are out in the field already.
And my awesome.
And you're also getting all those other special special snowflake stuff.
Summon swarms of bats, rats, or spiders.
Yes.
Tree shape.
Yeah, she's okay, though not as amusing.
Like, I don't technically know the Pantheon that too well.
Well, technically, you can make your own Pantheon.
This is true. However, I'm trying to stick mostly with the regular Pathfinder stuff. But I don't know.
Like, I can work with this one. It's just not. The other one had a much more amusing origin story. It was kind of Tail of Genji-esque. It's like she ran into two of like the actual Pathfinder gods. They tried to start shit. She just bonked them on the head. Like, stop it!
What? Yeah, that's third party.
She's definitely third party. It was just, like I said, it was a very Tail of Genji-esque amusing story.
Yeah, that story is definitely third party. Of go up to two Pathfinder actual worship gods and be like, no, stop it. It's like, yeah, that doesn't work. That don't work. That's not how that works.
It's like, she's a divine being too. We just don't know where she came from. She just kind of wanders around. Kind of like the Lady of Pain from Planescape.
Planescape.
Just kind of wanders around.
Who?
That's what? AD&D and 3.0?
Yeah, I think it's 3.0.
It's like the Lady of Pain and the city of, was it Spindle?
What?
It's like the capital of the Planescape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I never played D&D. I'm not familiar with any of the lore.
It's like they introduced the concept of, well, you have the planes of existence and the multiverse and whatnot, and which had been around since first edition, and then they introduced the idea that all of these planes meet in a single fixed location.
Oh, like Yggdrasil.
And this is the city of Spindle. So you have a city here, right, where all the worlds converge, and it's the city of doors. You can open a door, and it'll either take you to where you think a door would go, or it could also be a portal. You don't know until you step through it because of the magical nature of the city. And in the city is it's theorized she's the keeper of the city, but nobody really knows anything about her. Is this being known as the Lady of Pain, who just kind of looks like the No Face from Spirited Away, and she just wanders through the city, and and if you start shit that gets her attention, she will banish you to another plane. As long as you don't do anything, she'll just ignore you and just kind of drift on by. Nobody knows where she came from. Nobody knows who or what she is. But even gods won't fuck with her because she has the power to banish them just as easily.
I think it's the whole thing that they think the gods do the travel. I actually don't know what the gods do in their spare time. I don't know. Anyways, back to the plot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been here for like 20 minutes.
We're going.
Yep, so. Yeah.
We're hoofing it.
So you will make it to the point. I'm gonna be lazy, and I don't have any other landscapes, but you will meet up with the rest of the party.
New Zealand, everything looks the same. Gotcha.
I can't think of any other land. Can't really grab any other landscapes real quickly. I'm sorry.
Fine. This is a nice default, camp map.
Do you want your bullets to deafen foes?
Sure, why not? They already deafened me and David.
Yeah.
I can also
I do the Percy method, but that would fuck me up too much.
I can also give you stabilizing powder. Less likely to misfire.
I have quick clear, so that's not as much of an issue for me as it could be.
Oh, well, actually, my question would have been: does your character know that much about gunpowder?
Well, that's a spell. She doesn't have to.
Well,
And yes,
yeah.
Because remember, she's totally hanging out with the other gunslinger in the guild.
And been around gunpowder.
Oh, you see, that last part, I didn't know. I don't know your background.
That's was it Kit or whatever that you've heard her mention and talking to a few
Well,
times.
yeah, but I can spend a week with a gunsmith and not know much about gunpowder.
He was the NPC she picked up during her session 0.
I know.
So they've been traveling together a while.
Anyway.
Plus, since she, for particular backstory reasons, I feel like she has a somewhat good understanding of how black powder works because of the circle of people that she has to go through or works with. Because there's fireworks just from the gypsies and all that. Plus, she also kind of rubs shoulders with some nobility, so she has an idea of the more affluent people.
Yeah, he went to school
So they-
and like Magus. I went to live at court for a couple of years.
What?
So.
Yeah, plus, since she's somewhat affluent, like, she has more than 10 gold to her name, I think she has an idea of, she's heard of gunpowder before and how to deal with it.
Average.
I know how it works, but that's still weird to me, because I keep hearing that's the equivalent of she has $10 to her name, there she's rich. I know that's not how it is, it's just
More like I have $300 to my name, therefore I'm rich.
that's just where the brain automatically jumps because of how the game system handles gold versus how the world handles gold.
Well, it's more the distribution of wealth.
Yeah, I understand why. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
that mental disconnect.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, the Firebrand are gathering here?
Yep.
You do spot a couple recognizable faces. Okresh is here. Kontar's here. A few other familiar faces. And once I spot you, was like, "Hey, so you're the ones that found the whole mess in this whole thing."
Yep.
Yeah, there's apparently a grand design of evil going on here.
Well, guess as I'll drop to muck it right up.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, who's got the muck it up hammer? I do!
I did.
Someone just
Spell
randomly.
everything.
Alright, let's muck them up. So you all will start heading out to up towards the more mountainous, one of the mountainous areas to the west. And I'm gonna find my maps.
Anybody else envisioning Kiyomi's song of marching as the Chocobo theme because of what we were all ride?
I'm looking for maps to see if we can.
A quest
Ooh.
a map quest, if you will.
Oh.
And this one's Thunder Strike.
So you're now Yoda.
Yes! Yes, I am!
Fuck that tree, I win!
How much?
Except I won't fuck that tree up. Fuck
Who
that
says Jedi can't throw lightning?
Hey, there you go. You know what? That does not irritate me like Electric Judgment does. Dad don't do that shit.
So we can.
Darkseid get Force Storm! Yoda get called lightning!
So does that mean I can call lightning on non-living objects now? Sentient, rather?
Actually, seriously, I think if you go to Dathomir and
You can
learn
you can learn it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can learn how
I
to call
can?
storms.
yeah, if you want to brave, the Night Sisters and the singing Mountain Clan.
Sure, why not? I already kind of want to learn the
and all the Rancor too.
Go on a journey.
Yeah, if you want to brave the Night Sisters and their Rancor pets.
That's
I mean, it's all you.
Sisters. You want the witches. That's a different group, despite what George Lucas would have you believe thanks to Clone Wars.
Yeah, well, I did mention the Singing Mountain Clan.
Yeah.
I'll totally do that. Sounds cool.
It's okay. I think they should remember me. They married Terry and Lynn.
There you go.
So they tolerate you.
That's all they need to do for an introduction.
True.
Hi, I'm the daughter of the one that Terry taught.
I don't think it'll mean much to them. It's like, okay.
Well, Akira probably have to take her.
Look here, you little shit.
It's like, oh, good. Your parent is awesome. How about you?
I go through your montage? Anyway.
But yeah. So how much travel time are we talking about?
Well,
I
to
have
go
the
into the
spell
mountains
for 8
itself
hours,
from...
So I have the spell up for 8 hours.
Well, I assume this took us at least a day to get, because we're traversing the whole island.
Yeah, it's like, I'm asking for travel time. If your spell expedites that, that doesn't affect him telling me what the ultimate
travel
travel
time-
Let's see, for looking at Veneno itself, it takes you to get to the halfway mark, to kind of like, to get to the meeting place, a couple hours. And then to span up, as said, all the way to the other side of the island, basically, it's going to take you, you'll get there the next day.
Is that with my speeding things up?
Mm-hmm. Like, you'll get there at nightfall. Like, you'll be at the foot of the mountains at nightfall, and it's like, sure, they have quite a few people that have dark vision and other spells like that, but it's like, I'd rather be well rested to fight the mountains.
Traveling all day, we're probably not in condition to fight.
I'd rather wait to fight.
That means I don't need Nature's Pact. It means I can choose a different spell.
Yeah, you can swap it out for an attack spell or something.
And you can also roll for more health if you didn't get more. If you didn't get all your health.
Well, if I don't sleep, I'm fine.
That's well, you don't get full health when you sleep.
Yeah, but I barely took anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
During...
And we didn't level, so you should have whatever health you had.
I'm back up to 15.
Okay.
Tricked us into thinking we leveled, we typoed.
During our travel, I will, I'll make a Cure Light Wounds potion.
I can give us an entrance.
Okay.
I do have a question for you, Greg.
What's up?
The potion crafting rules say you cannot make a potion if the
I believe we've had this
range...
discussion before.
What?
I think we've had this discussion, and I think it was you can't make more than one potion per day, if I remember correctly.
That's not the question I have, because I remember the answer. Thank you for trying.
Sorry.
It says that spells with a range of personal cannot be distilled into potions. I was wondering what your take on that was. I mean, I know what it means, but if it makes any sense to you. Like, I mean, if so, then I need to replace one of my potions. Because it cannot exist.
Which one is it? I'm trying to remember, because I don't remember. Well, I don't have a whole list of spells that work personally and all that. I'm just curious.
For instance, my my entropy shield has a range of personal. Which is a 20% range mischance.
And that is a spell, that I can see that happening. How that can't be a spell, or can't be a potion. Maybe, I don't know.
So it was one of those things that I was looking at. I was like, well, then why? It's kind of what I was thinking. Just something to think about. I don't need an answer right now or anything. It was just mildly annoying because I thought I could actually be helpful in that kind of way. Because a lot of protection, and it's like some of the more interesting protection spells are self. So, but that's fine. I will, with your permission, just replace my last remaining potion with something else.
Sure. And if I overrule it in the near future, you can get it back.
Okay. Sure, I will make it. I'll make it a sun metal potion.
Sun metal.
Pour the sun on your blade!
Pour the sun on your blade. Get the suns. Gets the sun sickness. I think that is the closest I'm gonna get these. Okay, yeah, that's close. Alright, cool. Alright. So you'll rest rest for the night. Some people do kind of make a very wide radius of the mountain because they have a feeling that since there was a scouting party, they probably have an idea of they're going to be hit soon, hypothetically. So they're going to try to see if they can catch them off guard and spread out the pain.
So, if I want to do Obscuring Mist, now would be the time?
We're not going yet.
Oh, we're not going yet. I thought we were.
Yeah, you're not going yet. It's just that it's more of you're kind of camping out a little, like you're extending your camp more or less. All right.
Firewall.
Is Jacob here?
We don't need that. It's not right.
Yes, he is.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, assuming he's not too busy, I'd just like to chat with them about, sure, he came from the Farling Kingdom versus one of the nomads. He was a northerner.
Yep, he is a northerner. Who else is in the party? Let us see. Like I said, Kontar is there. Okresh.
That's the half-orc?
Yeah.
Yep, the half-orc's there. Dina is there, the gnome. Andre's there. A few faces that you haven't really met per se, but you've seen them around.
Okay.
Haven't been formally introduced. But those are the only people that you know by name right now.
Okay. I guess what I'd like to do is try to pick up more of Jacob's dialect, as from what I recall, his native and my native are rather different.
Okay. You'll find him, and he's actually with another catfolk, a female, and putting it together, they look very similar. You can assume this is his sister. And they greet you, and Jacob gives introduction. This is his little sister, Jackie. Yeah, she gives a nod to you.
No, I'll nod back. Does she seem to be overtly of any particular profession?
Not carrying any particular kit or anything like that.
Okay.
And so you're wanting to know their dialect, you said?
Yeah, their dialect, a little bit of their, a little bit of, I guess, say the cultural history, as it were, versus their personal history. But yeah, but primarily their dialect.
Go ahead and just give straight charisma, please.
Heels. Don't fuck me, dice. Oh, shit. Where'd it go?
don't see it within. Oh. They rolled a 13.
Oh, roll off my keyboard though.
For what? Just charisma?
That's not my official roll. It rolled off my keyboard. The keyboard's my
What's-
box. There we go. Okay. 20. Not a critical. Just a 20.
Flat 20. Okay.
Yeah, flat 20.
Speaking to them, and do you have any ranks in linguistics?
Hells yes.
All right, linguistics then.
I am the Daniel Jackson of the group.
Who?
The linguist from Stargate.
Never saw it.
Okay. Unfortunately, this roll is a 13.
Mending just repairs it out. You can repair it.
Okay.
Not the best.
Okay.
I have to like X number of days.
You kind of coax them into talking a little bit about themselves, about their people. Jackie actually seems to be the one who's more knowledgeable about this particular aspect of it. Her catfolk is a bit more developed per se. When you notice that when Jacob tries to speaks catfolk, he seems to be trying. It seems as if it's a concentration. It's an effort for him to actually speak catfolk or to figure it out. For Jackie, it seems a little easier to speak, though she does pause once in a while trying to think of what a word is, and does ask you sometimes when you're talking to slow down.
Okay.
Using your particular knowledge of linguistics, it's kind of a dialect, but it also just seems to be some kind. It's not really. And you're also finding that it's not necessarily a dialect problem, it's more of, for some reason, catfolk isn't necessarily normal for them. It isn't inherent to them somehow.
It's more like they're speaking a pigeon.
Come again?
It's more like they're speaking a pigeon of the language, then?
What does that mean? I'm trying to understand what you mean by that.
Broken, piecemeal.
Piecemeal.
Kind of like a Tonto's, like Tonto's English.
Yes, yeah, very, very, not too dissimilar.
Okay. Okay, Keels.
Like Tom Cruise in the beginning of Last Samurai.
Yes!
Ute!
Sake!
Give this guy some alcohol!
1 second.
Okay, cool. I have started development in that direction.
Yeah. Alright, so for Lynn, did you roll Sarah for something?
Not yet. I was waiting for David.
Okay, go ahead also, normal charisma, and for Len, craft roll, please.
Trish, when you have a moment, because I know he's on you right now, could you give me my spice note back? Because that has my the dice box in it.
Natural 20
Fuck.
plus my modifier of 2.
Yeah, you can get along with practically anyone here. If they didn't know your name by now, like, they had some inkling of who you were. They now definitely know you. For some, it's like speaking to an old friend in some ways. By the time you leave certain social groups, you're like, oh, where are you going? Or you have made some very quick friends here.
Thanks, guys.
That reminds me, Sarah, I do still have your Raven stuff in this bag.
Thank you.
And one,
Actually,
and also one or two, and probably also with a nat 20, a few are like, hey, After this.
Eh,
Yeah.
Sure, we can go get drinks and explore the town. There's still so many sights I haven't seen, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's honest. I mean, the town is huge.
Mm-hmm. For the craft, yep, that's fine. You are good.
That's according to the book anyway. I'm good.
Yeah. Do you have any things that basically decrease the amount of time you need on them or anything like that?
I did take the higher difficulty option to have the time. So
Okay.
In theory, it should only take me 4 days as opposed to 8.
Okay, so
take a day based on my rolls.
Yep. Okay. No, that's fine. All right. So
day one's probably cutting out the bad leather and replacing it with good leather and stuff. So.
yeah, you'll definitely, and you can use that bad leather however you decide. You definitely do it very quickly.
My name's Grog Strong John. I make boots.
So rest. No incidents happened during the night.
Oh, good.
Nobody tries to attack you, or at least your side.
Why is Santa holding on?
Okay. Kills. This is what happens when you have a horde of people around. No one wants to fuck with you.
Not entirely true.
Muck 'em up.
Okay.
Just coming up, just making some stuff. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I was asking if there's anything I'm noting the next morning, but if you're prepping stuff, cool. I can.
Yeah, just prepping stuff real quick. And would there be any of them? Probably. Upload some things.
I forgot I don't have my card on me.
Do we have any questions while I'm setting up?
Good for the moment.
Let's see.
Do we have anybody actually doing scouting while we're sitting here with our thumbs up our butts for the night?
Oh yes, you do have some more adventurous and stealthy people, such as Dina, who kind of go out, try to see if there's some kind of entrance or something like that.
Okay, so we will in theory, know the lay of the land when we go in the morning.
Hmm.
Did they bring an armory along this time like they did for the other thing, or is this a different group that didn't do that?
The armory, you mean? What?
Yeah.
Like the cannon and stuff and such?
Well, I was running low on Granados, so I was wondering if there was anybody around who I could bum one or two off of. Because last time we had like a wagon full of artillery that I could steal stuff from. I wasn't sure if we had that this time.
You look around and eventually kind of perk up to ask, "Hey, does anyone know? Did we bring an armory or anything?" But they did bring some weapons and some equipment, though not to the sheer near siege work that had been brought last time. It's conveyed to you that that's what's heading towards the fort.
Okay.
And that's actually the caravan. The quote-unquote caravan was actually more of a siege work.
Okay.
They brought, since the Firebrands are back in town with their full strength, 5 cannons and a few trebuchets are heading that way. No, I'm sorry, catapults are heading that way. So, it's a bad day. Along with the normal army from Veneno. Oh yeah, and I know a few soldiers of Veneno are also here as well.
What I got, I just wanted to see if there was a way to resupply before we went in.
They can spare a few. What you looking for?
I wanted to replenish my fuse grenades.
All right. The quote-unquote quartermaster kind of looks at everything. Looks using. I can spare. Well, trying to get everybody out. I can spare you 3.
That's exactly the number I was looking for.
All right. Happy day for all of us.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Let's see.
Trim the fuses on those accordingly.
I made a roll, by the way, to actually craft that potion.
Okay.
I got a nat 20. Is that gonna follow the same rules as when I 20'd the moderate heal?
Which potion is this?
The cure light from earlier.
Yep, max heal.
Okay. Because I was like, oh yeah, I need to actually roll. I can't just say I make it and deduct the money. Let's see, what else?
Just a few more and we'll be good.
Oh, what was from what I've been noticing, is it safe to say that at least the Northerners from at least from what Jacob and Jackie appear, there is no real racial culture. It all seems to be like salad bowl mixing. Would that be a good approximation?
Yes and no. There is some attempts at culture. Catfolk trying to get with catfolk and the like. Though she does explain that she did some digging and there are some, lack of a better word, chimeras. That's what they're considered, or mutants. They're not exactly natural per se, but so they're somewhat stigmatized, and so they kind of stick together as a whole. Though differentiating an actual catfolk between a quote-unquote chimera is a little hard, so.
Okay.
Or immune. I don't know what to call them right now. And just do. Okay. Get in the morning. You all get some reports. You kind of gather in different groups because it seems to be. I think as scouts tell what they found in the general areas. Some have found some caves. They're not sure if it leads straight into the mountain you're supposed to go to, but with the size of this operation, it's not too. They think a lot of them think it shouldn't be too hard to say that they're not using the entire mountain for something. So it's a relatively small mountain. It's no bigger than a hill or so. Well, I shouldn't say hill. It isn't. I can't think of how to word this precisely, but it isn't exactly like truly mountainous.
So tiny mountain.
I don't know how to really put it, but yeah, kind of. That's the best way I can put it. It's a very big hill, a very big rocky hill.
Does this hill have any indication of current or previous mining?
From let's see, a few one. Jacob actually fills you in that. Yeah, it used to be supposedly Veneno or its ancestors had already cleaned out the mountain of gold or whatever minerals that had been used. So this is largely abandoned and probably dug out as much as it could. So they could be digging more and all that. So whenever it is.
It sounds like a great place to hide them for staying out of sight.
Well, should we start prepping torches? How do we want to do that?
You may certainly do.
So obscuring. Do we want me to do obscuring mist?
What the scouts come back with?
Yeah.
They did spot a few people.
Because I could just make our entrance with a giant lightning bolt.
However, there is multiple entrances, so.
Yeah.
Or I could just do obscuring mist.
How many entrances do we have, and how many people do we have?
Or entanglement. I have both.
There's before getting into, you're at the base of the mountain. To get into the more mountain area, there's different paths through. You have about 20 or so different paths into the mountainside, and then maybe 10, 12 different entrances inside the mountain that they found.
So way too many for us to cover all of them.
Yeah.
Yes. You do have quite a few people. You have at least roughly 30 Firebrands with about 20 Veneno guards. So you have a good sizable amount, but trying to breach every single one it's going to be small squads, kind of like what you are already doing.
Well, I knew it was going to be small squads. I just wasn't sure if we had enough small squads to go after each of the entrances.
And it sounds like we just do.
Well, my thought was if we have someone make a grand entrance to get their attention, that's where they're going to go, because defense.
That's where some of the guards are going to go. But that leaves plenty of room for the guy we're actually after to bolt out the back.
Yeah.
Which is why these other entrances need to be covered.
Now, I do have a thought. Even though we do have enough people to go in, Len, could you set up some sort of budgeting trap so when we go through, in case this person gets around us or any of the other groups, when they try to leave, they could be stunned or rendered unconscious?
Mechanically, no, because trap making is a class feature. I don't have that. I could try to rig up some kind of Rube Goldberg Ewok trap, but I do not have the trap making class ability, so I do not know how successful I would be.
And also someone brings up that another thing is we don't know how many are in there, how many mooks are in there, so we don't know if we're going undermanned or not.
Yeah.
So.
Well then, it sounds like, as much as I'd rather not do it this way, our best bet is to just go for whichever one looked like the front door and just go in en masse.
Well, here's we could have some people stay back if we have any archers to cover a main group entry.
Oh, I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying it sounds like we should be focusing on one entrance as opposed to multiples, which dramatically increases the odds of Doofus getting away.
Oh, couldn't we collapse the other entrances?
With what?
I've seen you make bombs.
Yeah, I have 6
bombs. But
that's not going to be enough to collapse. That.
Yeah, those are nice bombs, but those are anti-personnel bombs. Though
I need kegs to do that.
Yeah, we need kegs, and the siege works have the kegs.
And I'll assume no one brought Earthquake today, because that's probably beyond everybody here. I know it's beyond Lynn.
Earthquake. Pathfinder.
Or whatever Pathfinder calls it.
Use my spell list. You have permission to roll for it.
Yep.
Go for it. Since it's prepped, I don't mind it being useful. Sev.
You gotta get going or something?
Yeah, she's ducking out.
Okay.
Shortly before you normally duck out, so we're not losing much.
Yeah.
Okay, I just there was.
We're just not equipped for the kind of warfare this place would require.
Okay.
Well, even the ability to summon like a small stone wall or pillar to block doors would be something, but I don't. They had a wheelbarrow.
No, actually, wait. Are there
or a Holocaust cloak?
In the area we're in, are there trees? I know right now we're just using a stock image, which is why I'm asking.
There's a few trees. Yeah. Why?
Well, as I doubt we can cut down trees to mess around with the entrances. What we could do if we have the idea of archer cover, we could set up easier cover for archers to use. A pop up versus pop around.
I'm pretty sure the archers know how to do that if that's what it comes to, but that's assuming the tree line is anywhere near the entrances we need.
Yeah, but another problem is that the more we faff around like this, the more time they get away.
That too.
They probably know we're here and probably trying to cut that ship right now.
Nope. If we don't have time to actually make a plan, then group of archers stay behind to cover what entrances they can, and the rest of us just go in.
All right.
The guard captain, or what you figure, says, the best I can do is I can post a few people around there, and we've got some flares to basically say, hey, we found more people over here.
That'll do.
We can guide it as best we can, but can't guarantee none.
Well, it's better than nothing. Let's go.
All I'm really worried is to make sure we're not flanked.
No, I'm not worried about flanking. I'm worried about the guy getting away and this entire thing being for nothing. Flanking we can manage at the time.
Yeah, Rochambeau, boys, we got people to kill. Rochambeau. So quickly, people disperse off to kind of areas, different people. Okrash and Kontar offer their services to join you guys.
Sure, why not? We're down people.
Oh, Chris is cool.
Yeah.
And you know what? Dina will also tag along if you're all okay with it.
Which one's Dino?
She is a halfling.
Okay. So
She seems to be very sneaky.
Oh, so we have a legit rogue. Okay.
Is Dina from one of y'all's zeros?
Not from mine. Orcresh was mine. Which means I have somebody, one of us has somebody to give an assist bonus going in checking for traps. Alright.
Alright. So. Bum, bum. You will approach from here.
That was perception, am I wrong?
I did not see a pin.
Sorry. The red area down below. That's your area of basically deployment.
There is no
How
red
does
area
y'all-
on the map that I'm seeing.
Down below?
Yeah, layer.
Yeah, you are correct.
Yeah, not my best roll, but passable.
That's because I was working in the GM-ware. Haha. There we go. Ah, that's normal. Yep. No, not multiple Dinas. Basically just within the red area. You can extend a little bit. Do 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 do. Manamana do 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 do. How many what?
I accidentally typed 465 instead of 46.
Hmm.
I was like, yeah, I have 465 hit points, didn't you know?
Alright.
Actually, if she's over there, I probably should be over there. Okay, there we go.
She'll go wherever you need. So.
That's like, I prefer it over here because that's slightly more cover.
Alright, so, how are you approaching all this?
Semi-cautiously, because again, I'm trying to check for traps as we go, so, kind of like the low but, high, semi-high speed, crouchy, movement, like when you're sneaking around.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm hearing is, do I need to hear stealth rolls?
Yeah. The intent is at least semi-stealthy.
Alright, stealth rolls, please.
That's not bad at all. If I put a barrel over myself, do I get a bonus?
No.
Damn. What if it's a crate?
No. Are you trying to say that crates are indigenous to mountainous areas?
When it's an evil lair? Yes.
There aren't any crates around, though. When you get inside the mountain, then we'll talk. Anyways. Alright. So. Between you and her, you do not find any traps. However, you're all being cautious, so perception checks.
You know what? That makes... Oh, okay. I was about to be... I thought I rolled a 1 for a second.
You're going to be very mad. You're about to be a salty Sandra. As you all kind of make your way up the mountainous works, a few rocks clicking here and there, you're all cautiously waiting, looking for traps, looking for any sign of activity, because it's been pretty quiet for the past few minutes. until suddenly, Dina stops, puts her hand out in front of you. You, Len, stops and slowly goes for a bow and snapshots towards one of the boulders above. You hear gurgling and drop.
Huh.
A crossbow drops to the side as he flops down onto the ground, dead.
We've been spotted.
Um,
And that's when a fine gentleman pops out from the rocks and goes to just near you. He doesn't necessarily get a surprise round. And we will continue when I get back.
Okay. Screen
Yeah.
shatters into combat time, and then you get a loading screen. It's like, curses! That's ironic. The soundtrack started playing Backstabbers.